Hello and welcome to Boring Dad Gaming, where today we're going to be playing some more Hard West 2. At the end of the last episode, we'd rescued the Native American shamaness, I suppose, and returned her to her village. And we've been given a couple of main tasks, actually. We've got to get to... we're going to go to the Spirit Totem in the far, far south, we're told. We've been asked to go to talk to Lazarus at Zeke's, which is an idea. And we've got to go to Cala Cala, somewhere over to the east as well. And track down these robbers. Which we will do. Which we think we can try to do first, perhaps, as the side quest. Those tracks must belong to the raiders. Let's keep going. Okay, let's. Here we go. We'll follow their tracks, as it's kind of in the direction we're going anyway. More tracks. We're right behind those raiders.
I think my nose is frostbitten.
All they do is moan about the weather. We've finally caught up with the traders that robbed the Blackfish village. They seem to be resting in a makeshift camp. Where do we approach the camp? The raiders were sitting around a small campfire going through their loot hastily. They seem wary. Smallest threat of pursuit would make them fly in an instant. So we're going to attack them. Let's get ready. Claylish, keep your head down.
I've hunted whales with my father. I think I can handle a bunch of ruffians.
I knew that once we jumped them, they would scatter and ride. We were facing a chase situation here, and we needed to be ready. So it is a tactical mission. I think maybe we swap out Claylish for Old Man Bill here. Get rid of the whole gang in 2 rounds, and we get a harmonica if we do that, which means we can resist that jinxed status that the sort of magic Native Americans in the previous tactical mission were casting on us. But we get a reward for 20 for doing it, so yeah, let's dive in. Obstacles. The red stripes indicate that obstacles are heading your way. Some of them may provide cover, but never leave your riders on a collision course with them. It could prove fatal, or will prove fatal. Okay, I don't know what to do here. Right, okay, I'm going to assume that the obstacles will happen in between turns. We're not in the way of any at the moment. So Jin Carter, let's move him up.
Will do.
1 action point worth.
You know, if the devil really wanted me, there are a lot of easier ways he could have had me.
Only 50%. That might be due to range. It's actually 75% on this shotgunner. 50% on the rifleman. It might be worth it if we hit, because it'll give him a bravado. Yeah. It's kind of what I was hoping. So we can use that to move up a little bit closer. And improve our chances of hitting some of these others. Maybe we'll put... It's only 50%, 75. We might be getting a mounted combat sort of debit. I assume we are. Alright, well let's try 75. No, that's a miss.
Ready to roll.
That's not a bingo. I mean, if I'd known it was this kind of thing, I probably would have selected someone other than Laughing Deer, who's only melee. Okay, well, let's go and do a couple of hits on this guy. Okay, so he's down to 7. Old Man Bill here. Let's go to there.
I'll take y'all on.
Now he's got a 100% chance to hit, but that's with luck. He's going to do 6 damage. He will die on his turn from the bleed.
Looking for trouble?
Now it's Flynn. Maybe well, she can't shadow swap because she's on a mounted horse. Maybe we're up there and see what her shot choice is like. I mean, she's got a fair chance of actually killing the shotgunner and then getting the bravado from that, so maybe that's the play. 75.
He's
And what's good about Flynn is that she'll always get this plus 25 luck as well.
What's Jen short for? My fucking temper.
So these 50% chances will always be 75% with her. So that's good.
Sorry, I forgot my broom.
So this is her last shot. Can she? She can't hit the 5 health guy. He's too far away. So perhaps, I don't know, maybe we just shoot this nearest guy. Got a
I'll
thought
try.
it was 17% chance. Oh, okay. Well, she hit with that. So that's good.
It's on. Let's get him.
I mean, I presume their sort of aiming issues are going to apply to them as well. So they're missing all their shots. They'll probably hit the next one.
Shake it off, girl.
Of course, it's on Flynn.
Let's get him.
Of course, she gets hit twice. The others all avoid theirs, but she gets hit twice. When mounted, the character can't use character skills and throwables. However, it gains speed bonus and resists burning and crippling, plus the chance to hit them is reduced by 25%. Well, we worked that out, didn't we? So with Jin, can we hit the guy who's on 5 health? We can, and that's actually 100% chance. So let's do that.
Get in the upper hand.
Good. You can 100% this guy with a 50. Yeah, might be worth
You
doing.
might say I got a
Wow, and crit, so he's gone. Now we want to... There's 3 left, and we want to do it in this turn, don't we? So we can actually 100% him as well. Perhaps we move up kind of level. And we'll hit him too. I doubt we'll crit. Oh, we did. Wow. Okay, 2 left. One of them's only from 5 health. So let's move. Where can we get? We actually can't move over there. We can only sort of move in this track. That's okay though, kind of. Well, let's try a 25% chance for what it's worth. We actually hit. I mean, fine. Jin's fine. Flynn, we might try and take the guy down with her, just because she will actually heal for every kill. So she might be able to get a couple of heals here. And last one, that's 100% to kill.
I'll try.
Should get up a bit more health. There we go. So it took 2 turns, as requested. Both objectives fulfilled. Very nice. $20 and this harmonica.
We've dealt with the raiders and retrieved the goods they've stolen from the Blackfish village.
I think we just go and return those and finish that quest off as we're sort of heading in the opposite direction for the other missions we've got. But that was quite fun. That was a bit different to the other tactical missions that we've done on the mounted combat. Yeah. Interesting. Let's talk with the natives and return their stuff. Yeah, we'll return their goods. We get $50 for that. Yeah, I'm going to heal. It's just they were kind of targeting Flynn, who's the lowest on health anyway. While we're here, the chief would like a word with us. Seems they could really use our help. He promised a reward.
You asked to see us, Chief? How can we help? Some time ago, the Elder sent an emissary to the nearest military camp. The emissary never returned, and the tribe wants to learn what happened to him.
Yeah, we'll help. The camp he's speaking of is located near Kalakala, which we're going to anyway. I know the way. Cool. So we've got a little side mission where we're going to next. That's good. All at full health. So we made $30 on a harmonica on that. In fact, let's look at the harmonica. So who needs a trinket? Probably Clelish. So she would get max luck plus 20. Yeah, why not? Why not? Right, we're going to head to the trader and talk to someone whose name I've forgotten. Lazarus, that's it.
Clelish led us to a messy office set up in a big room in the attic of the trading post barn. There we met a stern-looking, scarred man with a proud bearing. He offered us some chairs, then he grinned as we introduced ourselves.
So, interested in the dose train, are you? We should definitely compare our notes.
As for my name, I have many. For now, Lazarus should suffice. After all, even St. Peter used to be known as Simon before he met the Lord and was born anew.
Who are you, mister? You'll learn about me once we join forces, Jin Carter, though I'm not exactly fond of talking about my past. Yes, I used to be a preacher, now I'm God's wrath. I hunt down things which would pervert the balance between the natural and what's beyond. Oh, I've seen strange things, Carter. One day I might share, but not today, not yet. What do you know? A lot, actually. See, me and my partner in crime, so to speak, a scientist by the name Solomon DeLear. We were following the ghost train and its master for some time now. Oh yes, we do know about Mammon, this foul beast from the depths of hell. But tell me, how did you meet him? I sighed and told him my story. What's the point of hiding things if no one would believe you anyway? Flynn added some details too, but Laughing Deer remained silent the whole time. Bill added his piece, and after we were done, Lazarus poured us some cold whiskey as if to comfort us. And then he shared his plan with us. Well, Solomon's plan, it seemed. We want to get rid of this Mammon demon just as much as you and your posse. Solomon found a way to gather the spiritual power that fuels Mammon's tricks and his train. He came up with a Sophon, a strange contraption, and we've set up some of them here and there, wherever we thought the ghost train might pass by. Alas, we had no luck until now. You said whatever happened to you happened in the valley? Well, right before the avalanche, I've set up one such Sophon in Boomtown. Now, if we could only get this Sophon and bring it to Solomon, maybe he could come up with a way to kill Mammon. The only problem would be the avalanche blocking our way, and I heard that the explosion declared his trouble too. What do you think, Carter? Should we join forces and together bring this demon down? Well, it's a gamble, but I have a good feeling about this whole Solomon fellow. I would gladly join forces with death itself if it would give me a chance to gut Mammon. Glad to hear it, Carter. You won't regret it. Now let us go and talk to the foreman and lend them a hand if they need it. When leaving the trading post with our new ally, we noticed a small group of the refugees gathered by a small fire, discussing something with raised voices. Looks like they might need assistance. We can go talk with them. We approached the group of troubled refugees right outside the trading post.
Couldn't help but overhear your conversation. Were you saying someone is lost?
That's right, sir. Our families fled all the way from Cala together. But as we were halfway, some of us decided to turn around, fearing they wouldn't make the journey in those blizzards. Since the weather calmed down a bit, would you mind looking for them? We're worried sick. We'll pay, of course.
Okay.
All right, as long as you're paying. Where should we start?
Oh, thank you. You could start by looking around the camp where we decided to split. It's near the bridge on the way from the trading post to Cala up north.
Gonna go and talk to Zeke because he's a trader. Haven't got the coal yet. What do we have? We've got $124, which is almost enough to buy the Hawkeye rifle, which can perform trick shots, so that's quite good. That's the only rifle we've seen so far that can do that. We've also got the Widowmaker, which I think Jin's using already. So that increases the bullseye chance buff, so that's quite good. And we could get this if we sold one of the whiskies, which we haven't currently got equipped. Just one will do. Oh, okay. We need to sell both, in fact, to get the $2. And maybe we'll buy the rifle. We've got two rifle users. A bit of trick shot might be good. So if we go into our inventory... oh, we got this guy now as well. He's actually using a Widowmaker. So who is kind of our favourite group? I like Laughing Deer and I like Flynn because her skill's very good. Old Man Bill, I'm not as sold on. The ability to remove all negative statuses might be quite nice. And Claylish, well she is good. I mean, the fact that she can do 9 damage with the rifle is quite nice. She does, yeah, she does kind of double up on what we get from Flynn, doesn't she? So these two new guys, I mean, they don't have sort of the extra skills unlocked. Distracts enemies for around, not fussed about that. Transfusion swaps his HP and statuses with that of any other posse member in sight. Huh, why would you want to do that? You could remove... you could remove negative statuses. I'm not sure why you'd want to swap... I mean, if you could do that with enemies, that would be useful. So I'm not sure about that. I think we might stick with our original 4 for now, which means we'll give Flynn the better rifle. Probably sell that, as it's just a basic rifle. Give Jin a dynamite as well. Oh, we haven't got any healables on there. We'll give him some bandages then. Might take, yeah, I'll take the dynamite and bandages off this guy. I don't think we're going to use him. We might give her a break for a little while as well. So Jim, what's he got? So luck and HP, that's pretty good. She's got HP 1 per kill. I quite like that one. She takes a lot of hits. Let's give her a bandage as well. He's obviously a melee character, so he's at risk. Gets an extra crit chance on his melee weapon. I mean, that is good. Maybe it is really good. And the speed. I like the speed. Yeah, okay, and these guys, we'll just kind of keep them around for now, but I don't see myself using them right yet. Yeah, I think our original guys are good. I quite like this. We should give Jin a pair quite soon. The +1 weapon damage when he's in Bravado. What card has he got? He's got a king. The only pair we have available is the 2 jacks, which I think is Flynn's got, which gives her stroke of luck. So it's 10% bullseye chance. So what did Jin get? Well, we'll leave that for now, perhaps. What other sort of pair things have we got? Well, he's already got that. They've given him his wild run. And will a pair here do anything? Oh, yeah, that one. And that's all right. But okay, I think we'll leave that as it is for now. We can maybe sell this and sell that. Get some more money in. It'll do for now. Okay. It's kind of all this way, isn't it? So I guess we'll head this way.
Where did all this snow come from?
You know where it came from. It was those shadow dancers.
Oh, what I want is a warm bath.
There's a big posse now. So what's down south? Go to the Spirit Totem, go to Pine Falls.
Yeah.
We'll go to Cala Cala. Maybe we'll go to Cala Cala.
I can't feel the cold, but looking at you makes me shiver.
Okay, let's move around a little bit. I guess we do.
Refugees tracks.
Yeah.
This is where the refugees split into two groups. Half of them pressed on to Zeke's trading post. The other half turned back to Kala Kala. Keep your eyes open. We need to find more tracks of the lost ones.
Okay.
It's freezing out here.
We've got an old silver mine, that might be worth checking out. We don't have any torches anymore. Ah, but we do have a pickaxe.
It was an old shallow mine. Whatever silver people found here must have barely paid for the cost of the operation.
I'm going to search the mine.
The mine proved to be a waste of time. Apart from an old pickaxe, it had nothing of value inside.
Oh well, we've got a pickaxe though. We used a pickaxe and immediately replaced it. I don't know if that's possibly like a random result. Like sometimes you might actually get something there, maybe sometimes you don't.
Freeze.
Let's checking down here. What's down there? Keller's Farm, that's new. I feel like we might be getting to Kala Kala. Maybe this was an alternate route. We seem to be getting a bit close to those arrows, I think. Or this could all just be a dead end and we've wasted our time.
Oh, we need to get
What's
out
this?
of this
Frozen
shit.
Lake. Oh, have a look at that.
As we rode through the frozen lake, we met a group of hardy fishermen gathered round a hole in the ice. They looked pretty relaxed and we could see that their baskets were full. "Oh there, having a really good day, I see." The merry company welcomed us warily, but warmly. After a while, we were handed some rods and encouraged to try and catch something for ourselves. Yeah, why not? We agreed and joined them, but Claylish was the only one who managed to catch anything. Just as she was pulling out another beautiful lake trout, one of the men slipped and fell head first into the frigid water.
Shame we don't have rope.
Observe helplessly.
I mean... yeah, okay.
For Christ's sake, people! Thanks to our quick reaction, we managed to save the poor fool. His friends rewarded us with food and some booze. We left soon after.
Okay, so Jin's going to be down some HP. Let's look at it. Now there's look for the native emissary at a military camp we've got here.
Need to keep moving your toes.
A group of
even as
soldiers
we
set up a
ride.
camp nearby. I remember the war good enough to recognize negligence when I see it. The camp was dirty, poor, and the number of soldiers too low to maintain it.
Nothing like the army life, eh, boys?
The soldiers were wary as they saw us approach, but seemed to quickly understand that in their shape it would be unwise to antagonize us. In the end, they let us in, as long as two of them accompanied us with rifles at the ready. Apparently, they answered to one Lieutenant Drake. Also, they mentioned a quartermaster who could use our help regarding his dwindling supplies.
Let's visit the commander first.
Lieutenant Drake was a tall, serious, and somewhat melancholic man, but he had a spark of intelligence in his weary eyes, a rare thing amongst the brass. He offered us some thin coffee in his tent.
What are you doing here, first of all?
Why are you here, Lieutenant? I can see this winter is bad for your people. We're hunting a dangerous group of natives. They call themselves shadow dancers or something of that ilk. But when this cursed winter kept getting worse, we were forced to entrench ourselves here. The worst thing is that we lost most of our horses in those damn blizzards. We were hoping to buy at least a dozen from the local rancher, but cannot spare even one man to go and settle the deal. Do this for me and I'll make it worth your time.
Okay.
We'll try and look into it.
Ask about the native village's emissary.
A group of friendly natives from the south sent one of their own to parley with you. Have you seen anyone like that?
We caught one, if that's what you're asking. He was observing our camp. You do realize the situation. We must be careful. Every native seen might be a shadow dance spy. You can go and see him in the makeshift prison. My men roughed him up some, but he's still in one piece. We'll let him go once we learn about the shadow dance's camp location. Let's visit the quartermaster. When we entered the quartermaster's tent, we were welcomed by empty shelves and crates full of spoiled potatoes.
Don't think we need the $20 to heal Jin. Let's trade. Well, we've got a machete, so that's quite good. The Gunstock Club dazes people. Cannot use weapons. Huh. That's quite good, actually. What have they got here? Nail bomb, dynamite, Widowmaker. I don't think we need any of that stuff. We're going to ask about the dwindling supplies.
The quartermaster was running out of supplies for the soldiers, and would reward us for bringing him any provisions.
Okay, well, we can give him provisions. We just got some, didn't we?
Quartermaster was so moved by our generosity that he allowed us to pick merchandise from his special inventory.
Let's trade. What have we got here? We've got sawed-off shotgun. I don't know if the range is any different to other shotguns. It doesn't seem to be the same. But it adds basically 15% bullseye chance, so 15% crit when using this weapon. And it only does 2 damage. But it only costs 1 AP to use. So, bit of flexibility there, perhaps. Maybe if you're trying to finish someone off, that might be good. Desert Ranger handgun. This is +1 damage over the standard handgun, so that's quite good. That's pretty nice, actually. Or we've got a chain gun rifle. Oh, okay. It's inaccurate, so you have a 25% less chance of hitting something when using this. I'm not at... I'm not actually sure how useful that is. I mean, it's a lot of money, so it must be good. I guess it's a rifle that uses 1 less AP. That's kind of the bonus of it, but you're not hitting things as often, so... Not sure. I quite like the sound of the Desert Ranger out of those weapons. Can't afford it, but we'll probably be coming back this way. So that's probably worth it. Visit the jail.
The emissary was just a teen boy. He sat in a flimsy cage guarded by 2 bored soldiers, his hands and feet tied. At least they fed the boy from time to time.
Let's talk with him.
Valish spoke to the boy, and as soon as she mentioned his home, the boy's face brightened. He swore he knew nothing of the shadow dance.
I see 2 options here, Jin. Either we free him ourselves using some trick, or we look for the shadow dancer's camp ourselves and trade that information for his life. Yeah, let's do it. Although we can do it, I am going to find the shadow dancers ourselves. So the horse rancher is down that way. But we are looking for shadow dancers, so maybe we should just explore the area.
Let's get out of this cold.
That's the alternate route that we kind of went round earlier, isn't it? Yeah. I'm going to go this way for now. Might be a little path here, or is it just a dead end? I think we've found Kala Kala. I don't want to go in there yet, though.
I think my nose is frostbitten.
I want to...
Oh, this wind will be our death.
We didn't find the refugees yet either, did we?
Wrap
So
your fingers in something.
they were supposed to
Yes,
be
they
near Kala
freeze.
Kala. What's this?
Where the hell are we?
Good question.
All right, let's look over there. Oh, this pictured hell is a whole lot warmer.
Well, let's go to the horse rancher if we can. Let's have a quick look at the map. I don't think we've actually looked at the map yet. Do we know where the horse rancher is? Yeah, they're down there. Can we cross this river? I am not sure. I think... Yeah, if we keep heading down here, we'll probably be able to get to all this stuff. There's a lumber mill in here. In this wood. We should maybe go and find that first. It's a lot bigger, this map, than the Chapter 1 map. Right?
Winter in June.
Okay, these are the refugees' tracks. We didn't look at these yet, did we? Looks like we found some of the lost refugees, corpses of the elderly and children. They must have lost their way in the blizzard. Let's hope at least some of them survived summer in the wild. We have to keep looking. Okay, so we're still looking for the refugees, but it's not looking good for them. Right, lumber mill.
A seemingly dead and frozen lumber mill stood upon a nearby hill. We didn't notice any movement. We entered the main building and came upon a place of massacre. I've seen some grisly sights during the war, but this was inhuman. Whole crew eviscerated. Whole, except for one man. He was still alive, but wounded and half frozen.
Let's treat him. We'll get a wonderful tonic. Self, patching up. The character heals plus 4 HP at the beginning of the following turns. Ooh, that's quite nice. Ooh, that is quite nice. Yeah, I mean, we're definitely going to tend him anyway.
We used our own dwindling supplies to stabilize him and warm him up. Thank you.
Oh, what's his voice going to be like?
Thank you. I thought I was a goner. By Jove. It was terrifying. We heard a howl, an inhuman howl, and then they were inside. Huge beasts, all claws and teeth. Oh, just look what they've done to my friends.
I was hoping he was mad. The idea of such beasts prowling the snow-covered landscape chilled me worse than the wind. At least the grateful lad pointed us to some drugs hidden in the office. We left him, assured he'd be able to return to his family by himself.
Nice, well I like that, so we're going to equip that immediately. And I might do it on Flynn, who seems to take a lot of heat in the attacks. She does have this plus 1 HP per kill, but this is just going to be a more reliable way of... what is this? Oh, it's a consumable. Oh, okay. Alright. Well, maybe we'll give it to Jin then, as he's got a spot. Right, well, let's go and look at those refugees' tracks, and then we'll try and finish off that little side quest.
Yeah! Let's get out of this cold!
There, remnants of a campfire. Probably belong to our missing refugees. The tracks lead towards that cave over there. But what is that among the ash? Human femur, all charred, and with teeth marks all over it.
So there's something bad prowling these woods. Let's find out what it is.
It was more a deep crevice than an actual cave. We called, but no one answered. If any of the lost refugee... Oh, we need... Oh, no, we need rope. I haven't seen rope anywhere. Maybe we'll find it somewhere else. If any of the lost refugees ventured here, they would surely fall down into it, tripping on the ice-covered rocks. Only a very skilled climber would be able to scale down there without a rope.
Okay. We'll come back here. Maybe when we go to Kalakala again. We'll go and do all the sort of side quests and other stuff on the other side of the river. And perhaps we'll find or be able to trade for a rope.
Let's go there.
Right, so we're going to head south this time. Look at the map, because there's also a path down here we haven't touched either. I think we kind of did most of this area, though. So yeah, so let's go down to Keller's farm now, whatever it's called.
To call it a farm would be an overstatement. Bunch of barely holding buildings and broken fences. Whomever runs this place isn't doing a great job. But that Keller guy wasn't all bad. He was eager to trade, at least.
Hello? How can I help you folks?
Oh, what have you got to trade, man? Tatanka liver? It's alright. So plus crit chance, that's fine. This is a reusable. Hit points plus 4. That's reusable. How many times can you use that, I wonder? Because that seems good if you can use that multiple times. Oh, I quite like that. Let's give it a go. I won't buy both, but we'll try it out. Let's chat with him.
How's life in Oregon, Mr. Keller?
Oh, it's hard. Hard life, friends. Here in the north, everything wants to kill you all the time. Nature, natives, beasts. Oh, but the people are the worst, Mr. Carter. Mark my words. People are the worst. Okay. Smelling salt. So let's, maybe we'll put those on her. On Flynn, because she does get hit an awful lot.
I think I can see something. Yeah.
It's a native village up there. That could be the Shadow Dancers.
Save your breath and your warmth, people.
Quite like to get over that side of the river if we can.
Yeah! Yeah! Let's get out of this cold!
We've got Pine Falls here. Well, that's one of our quests, actually, to go to Pine Falls. Let's pop in.
Pine Falls, a fine town. Finally, we were welcomed by the hustle and bustle of a true, hard Western society. Luckily for Deer and Bill, people were so busy no one even looked at us twice.
New town, new trouble. Ha! Makes me feel alive again.
It seemed that for all the commotion that was tied to a rescue expedition, the good folk of Pine Falls rushing to the aid of their brethren in Boomtown. Right, it seemed more like they agreed in fear. They needed the furs and they needed the trains grounded at Boomtown. And to do that, they needed to clear the great avalanche blocking the eastern pass.
This is serious. If that pass isn't cleared soon, the people in that valley, including everyone in Boomtown, won't survive that freak winter.
Oh, I hope they make it.
Okay, a few things to do here. We could talk to. Let's talk to the head of the expedition first.
We stood in the street smoking and going through our munitions, while Lazarus has been parleying with the expedition foreman. He seemed to be quite respected in Pine Falls. After a longer while, he walked back to us and explained the situation. They have two main problems they need to solve to get this expedition underway. And that means we have two problems since we desperately need to get to Boomtown. First, they need workers, and not the soft townsfolk of Pine Falls, no. They need seasoned pioneers like the people from Cowboys. And two, they need an expert, someone who did similar work in the past. Good news is they already found one. Bad news, he got lost somewhere north from here, vanished without a trace. If we want to get to Boomtown and grab the siphon, we'll need to help solve them problems.
Why do we always have to do these people's dirty jobs? I wonder what would happen if for once we would ask them for help. I bet they would drop everything and risk their lives straight away.
Come now, Flynn, these people have suffered enough. We might as well help them along the way.
I think let's keep going with
Who
them.
are you, and what did you do with the asshole Jin?
From what you said earlier, you plan to go to Cowboys. As for the missing engineer, I have an idea who might have took him. The cursed Moses O'Kane and his whole clan of inbreds. I can lead you there.
Well, folks, seems like we have some options now. It's time to decide. Where do we go next from here? Which lead to follow first?
Oh, okay, well, let's visit the store.
Hello, good sir. Welcome to T. Brown & Son, and I'm the son. Ha. How may I be of service?
We'll trade with you. Have you got rope? He's got rope. Brilliant. He's actually got the guns as well from the camp where we gave our provisions. But oh well. I like the rope. Good. Well, that's why I kind of what I wanted.
How's it going?
Oh, the government finally sent the army to fight those aggressive natives, but people say they came unprepared and are stuck here, just like we are. I think we found them already. What's in the sheriff's office? Sheriff Tom seemed like a cozy, lazy bastard, but something in his eyes told me he's not to be trifled with. What can you tell me about Pine Falls, Sheriff? It's a nice, peaceful town, and I would prefer it to stay that way. Okay, check the notice board. There were 2 wanted posters hanging on the notice board among some pretty petty old leaflets. Wanted, Ernie Bargottle.
Wanted, preferably alive. Murderer of Mrs. Maringer and her unborn child, one Ernest Barguckle. If you have any information regarding Ernie, visit the sheriff's office.
I'll take a poster.
Yes, Ernie, sleazy bastard, used to rob remote trading posts, but during his last job he accidentally killed the local pastor's pregnant wife. The folks here are quite eager to hang him. Before this crazy winter, some rider saw him around Hunchback Pass.
Or there's Pilot.
Wanted, preferably dead. Mysterious murderer and torturer at large, nicknamed Pilot. Visit sheriff's office for more information.
We'll hunt down this killer.
We've got to ask the sheriff about him, I think.
Yeah, this one's a pain in the ass. We have a loony on the loose, killing people, nailing them to crosses, torturing. And the worst thing is, the state had a similar problem 15 years ago, and then one day it just stopped. Now, this Pilot is back and killing again. Townsfolk is scared. Heard that Sal from local saloon is pooling extra cash for whomever finds and kills the bastard. If you want to hunt Pilot down, you might want to look around the crime scene. Sadie Marlowe was found on a cross right in front of her own house. Right there, I'll mark it for you.
Might as well ask about Ernie while we're here.
If you're after Ernie, I can only wish you luck. He holed up somewhere at the Hunchback Pass, and I doubt anyone will manage to rat him out of there before all the snow thaws. Still, if you want to try, be my guests. Be warned, though, that Ernie is afraid of nothing. Well, maybe except fire, since he got severely burned as a kid.
Let's visit the saloon.
We entered Sal's saloon. It was a place full of two-faced scum who kept smiles on their faces while wringing suckers out of the very last cent. Not my favorite joint in town, but we were not there to drink. After we mentioned the Pilot, Sal asked us to follow him to his small office.
Tom's right. I'm gathering extra cash for the reward. People are terrified. You never know when you might stumble across a victim nailed to a cross in the wilds. If you really want to catch the bastard, there is one man who might help. A trapper named Bergson. I'll mark his ranch on the map.
Time to go. So we've got a huge list of side quests now, haven't we? Yeah, alright. Well, we're carrying on a bit for now, but I'm aware that we're probably... time's getting on a bit in this video, so we'll do a little bit more.
We ain't really dressed for this.
I got to the... what's here? This is Horse Ranch. Oh, okay, this is where the soldiers wanted us to come, so that's something. And there's Hunchback Pass.
It was a rather small, secluded ranch run only by one man, but he was good at his job. He managed to keep his horses healthy and fed despite the weather, thanks to a barn full of good hay. He had other problems, though.
What you looking for in that down weather, huh? So they need my horses? Now, what do I care? My daughter's sick. Even all of their so-called military exchange bills won't buy the medicine I need. Help her or get lost before I grab my gun.
Well, I can have a go at it. Okay. We can use a wonderful tonic, which will be a shame, but... let's do it.
You're in luck. We're carrying something that could help. Here, take this.
God bless you, and to think I was ready to shoot you on sight. Give me those damn military bills. I'll eagerly trade a dozen of my horses for the life of my girl. Tell you, Lieutenant, we have a deal.
Good, that's done. Right, we're going to try the Hunchback Pass then, which is where we're going to find this Ernie guy.
Lucky we found these horses.
It took us hours to track down Ernie in the Hunchback Pass. Finally, we approached a solid hunting tree stand perched high on a mighty fir. There we saw light and smoke coming out of it. It had to be the place. Once we moved towards the stand, we heard shots, and the snow around us exploded with gunfire. That bastard at a perfect position. There's no mystery now why no one managed to bring him in. We pulled back and hid some distance from the tree. If we had an oil lamp, we could do that. I don't want to kill him necessarily, because it's worth double if we bring him alive. So let's try this. You stay here as a diversion while I double back, crawling through snow and get him from behind. I'll end this swiftly. Keep shooting and make sure he thinks we're all here. After an hour or so, we heard a single shot, and wounded Ernie fell from the stand onto the snow. Clalish joined us soon enough, looking like a snowman.
To do justice and judgment is more acceptable to the Lord than sacrifice.
Now that it's done, we should get back to Pond Falls and the sheriff's office.
Fat Loot Hawkeye rifle. Oh, have we got another one of those then? Oh, we did. That's pretty nice. So we actually will give that to Clalish then. So that's improved her weapon. Remind me what it does. It's the same, basically the same gun, but can do trick shots. That's cool. What's there? O'Kane's farm. And there's a native village there. I'll tell you what, Pine Falls is pretty close, isn't it? So why don't we just go back there, and we'll turn in this side quest, and then we'll probably call it a day there.
Oh, we need to get out of this shit.
They're not big fans of the cold, are they? Visit the sheriff's office. Get the bounty.
I'm surprised you managed to catch... Can't remember his voice now. I'm surprised you managed to catch him alive. Well, folks, we'll have this spectacle after all. Here's your reward. Well earned, pal.
Cool. $60. What does that mean in this, for us in the store? Because I'm going to sell that old rifle, and I would quite like this pistol, which is going to do 1 extra damage. Down to $1 again. Yeah.
Yep.
Now, I could give it to Jin. And I probably will. But if I was to give it to Old Man Bill here, he'd be doing 7 damage with it. I think I'll give it to Jin, just to up his damage to 6. That seems like a good amount. And we can... Well, we'll give Old Man Bill this. And then we'll sell that old pistol there. Right. Let's leave.
Money sack.
Cool. Okay, so there we go. We're going to leave it for there. When we come back next time, we'll try and... Maybe we're going to go and investigate this pilot, perhaps. We need to go back into the military commander, and we need to find this Shadow Dance camp. There's loads of side quests to do. Loads and loads. So maybe we'll try and tick some of these off next time. So thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, then please do like the video and subscribe to the channel. And in the meantime, I will see you next time for more Hard West 2.
Bye for now.